I don't think we realize how many people we spend our days with because every time we open our phones, we invite hundreds of voices into our head. Some inspire you, some teach you, some make you laugh, and some quietly make you question yourself. After a while, it becomes difficult to tell which thoughts are yours and which ones were borrowed from the people you've been watching. I have been thinking a lot about that lately. Hello, girlies. Welcome back to my corner of the internet. And if you are new here, then hello, my name is Kavya. Also, the reason my voice sounds so weird right now is because I have a little cough and cold going on. The weather change. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. I don't know if you've ever thought about this or no, but I have, and a lot. We spend so much time choosing the people we keep around us. Because think about it, we naturally become friends with people who make us feel safe and who make us laugh or who inspire us. Because we all know that the people we surround ourselves with influence us, and nobody really debates about it. That's the fact. But then we unlock our phones and the same intention disappears. We spend hours listening to people we have never met, comparing ourselves with the lives we know nothing about, picking up opinions without even realizing it. And the strange part is that we don't really question any of it. I don't think social media is the problem. The problem is we forget that it is an environment too. Your feed isn't just a place where you scroll through. It is a place that you spend time every single day. So today I want to explore this idea with you in 3 parts. And my hope is that by the end of this video, you won't look at your feed the same way. Part 1, learning. You know what's kind of crazy? Most of us think that we are simply watching some videos. But our brain doesn't really think that way. Our brain is constantly paying attention to what we're doing and what we are watching. Always trying to make sense of the world, even when we're just scrolling. Let's say you just watched a video of waking up at 5 a.m. Cool, interesting. And then you move on. But again, you see another video that says waking up at 5 a.m. And then another. And then someone else is talking about their morning routine. Someone is talking about discipline. Someone is talking about how successful people never hit the snooze button. At some point, your brain starts to connect the dots. It starts thinking that maybe I should live my life like this to become successful. Did you notice nobody actually forced that idea into your head? It just became familiar. And that is how our brain works. The more we see something, the more normal it becomes. The same thing happens with money, beauty, relationships, success, even the way we think our lives are supposed to look. And that is why I think social media is just not entertaining us. It is teaching us. And the funny part is that most of us don't even know that the lesson has already started. 2, borrowed voices. And this is where it starts to get a little scary. Have you ever opened your phone feeling completely fine, and then 20 minutes later, you feel like you are behind in life? Nothing happened. Nobody called you a failure, and nobody looked at you and said you are not enough. You were just scrolling. So, where did those thoughts come from? I don't think they randomly appeared in your mind. I think they were borrowed. One video at a time, one comparison at a time, one opinion at a time. Until one day, you stop hearing them as someone else's voice and start hearing them as your own voice. You start saying things like, I am wasting my time and I should do more. I should look like that. And I should be there by now. And maybe some of them are your thoughts, but maybe some of them are borrowed. Maybe you have heard them so many times that now it starts to sound like they are your thoughts. I think that is why it is so important to pause every once in a while, not to judge yourself, but to get curious. The next time you catch yourself saying, I am not good enough or I am behind, ask yourself, would I still believe this if I'd never seen it online? Part 3, your environment. So, what do we actually do with all of this? I don't think the answer is deleting social media. I don't think social media is all bad. I have learned so much because of it. I have found creators that I truly admire. I have learned so many new skills, and it is even the reason why you and I are able to have a conversation like this. So, this isn't about spending less time online. It is about being a little more intentional while we are there. One thing I have noticed about myself is that I have naturally never been someone who scrolls a lot. Not because I was trying to avoid social media, it's just how I've always been. Most of my days happen away from my phone. I am usually reading, going for a walk, making myself a coffee, or just sitting with my own thoughts. And somewhere along the way, I realized something about myself. Some of my favorite memories have absolutely nothing to do with my camera roll. They were never filmed, never posted, never shared. They just happened. And for some reason, those are the memories I keep coming back to every now and then. Maybe that's just the kind of person I am. I like having a few moments that only belong to me. That doesn't make my way better. It's just something that I have noticed about myself. And honestly, I think that is why this idea has stayed with me for so long. I still love creating content. I still love learning from people online. And I genuinely love the little community that we are building here. But I have realized that the more intentional I am about what I consume, the more present I feel in my own life. So maybe the question isn't how much time I am spending on my phone or on social media. The better question is, who am I becoming because of what I am consuming every day? Because every environment shapes us. Our home, our friendships, our relationships, and our online world deserves the same kind of intention too. At the beginning of this video, I told you that every environment shapes us. And I still believe that's true. The only question is, are you living in an environment that is helping you to become someone you want to be? Or are you living in an environment that the algorithm chose for you? Because here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Social media is not an enemy. Mindless consumption is. The internet can teach us, inspire us, and make us laugh. Introduce us to people and ideas that we'd never have discovered otherwise. But it can also quietly convince us that we are not enough if we never stop and question what we are consuming. So, I don't want your biggest memories to be the things you watched. I want them to be the things you actually lived. I don't want your loudest thoughts to belong to strangers. I want them to belong to you. I hope social media inspires your life without becoming your whole life. Okay, girly, this is your little homework for this week. The next time you open social media, before you start scrolling, take a moment to observe. Look at your feed like you're seeing it for the very first time and ask yourself, how does this place make me feel? Who do I become after spending time here? Do I leave feeling inspired or insecure? And if something stands out, maybe it's unfollowing an account, maybe it's muting someone, maybe it's following a creator that genuinely adds value in your life, or maybe it's simply putting your phone down for a little while. It doesn't have to be a big change because changing your environment rarely happens overnight. It happens one small choice at a time. And if you do, come back and tell me what you noticed. I'd genuinely love to hear about it. This brings us to the end of this video, and I really appreciate you staying with me till the very end. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this conversation, it is be just as intentional about your online world as you are about your offline one. Because both of them are shaping the person you are becoming. If this video made you stop and think, don't forget to like it. And if you know someone who would genuinely enjoy this conversation, I'd really appreciate if you share this video with them. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join our little corner of the internet. Take care of yourselves this week, and I hope you spend some time creating memories that are just for you. And most importantly, I hope that the loudest voice is still your own. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.